Welcome, my friends, to this special reflection on communications. Every year, Mother Church celebrates Communication Sunday on Ascension Sunday. Usually, there is a specific theme that is given by the Holy Father. Communication Sunday is a special day for those who work in communications. It is the day on which they celebrate their work as professionals whose task is to be a medium or instruments through which messages are transmitted to the world. Communication Sunday is also a day on which the Church earnestly makes appeals for the support of the works of communications. Without people's support, without your support, the works of evangelization through the use of media will not be realized. Let me put it to you that to run a radio station, a TV station, or even a print publication requires a lot of money. Being a media for evangelization and not for commercial as such, it is incumbent upon you, the listener, you, the viewer, you, the reader, and above all, as a Christian, to support financially this noble task. Remember, it is your job to support us. All the community radio stations that we run, and now we have TV station, Lumen TV, it needs your support. The Church is by nature communicative, or communion, as we said. The Church has always used the means of communication, be it print, radio, TV, and recently internet, to send the messages of Jesus Christ to the whole world, all for the purpose of salvation of humanity. The Church needs your support for it to fulfill its mission. This year on Ascension Sunday, we are going to celebrate Communication Sunday, as I said, under the theme that you may tell your children and grandchildren, life becomes history. Exodus chapter 10, verses 2. We at the Communications Office of the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops have devised some sub-themes or topics that emanate from the main theme Pope Francis has given us, and hopefully this will help you to come to the full understanding of this year's theme. And this year's theme is that you may tell your children and grandchildren, life becomes history. This theme, as you can get it, is part of the main theme of this year's celebration of Communication Sunday, so that you can tell your children and grandchildren, life becomes history. It is taken from the book of Exodus, Exodus chapter 10, verses 2, so that you can tell your sons and grandsons how I made fools of the Egyptians and what signs I performed among them, so that you would know that I am Yahweh. These are the words that Yahweh told Moses. They have to remain as signs that point to how powerful God is. All of us, my brothers and sisters, have a story to tell about our past. Although we may shape our future basing on what we are doing now, or what we are really is as a result of the past. The past has shaped us into what we have become. We are as a product of the past. Our parents, our caregivers, our teachers, including our church leaders, priests, catechists, and others, all these have shaped us in one way or another. We can confidently say that we are a sum total of all the experiences that we have gone through so far. Looking at some of the challenges that we might have encountered in our lives, we may even wonder, how did we manage to pull through? How was it possible for us to go through such a painful encounter, and yet we are here? At the end of it all that we can say is that we owe it to God. God has been traveling and moving with us in our lives. The prophet Isaiah summarizes it well when he says, and I quote, "Family of Jacob, listen to me. All you people from Israel who are still alive, listen. I have carried you since you were born. I have taken care of you from your birth." Isaiah chapter 46, verse 3. It's true. It is Yahweh who carries us. Our life experiences should be the stories that we are compelled to share with those who are close to us. Could be our family members, our children, our grandchildren, and even our other relations. We are glad to share these stories because we are certain that our family will not only become the custodian of our history, but that they will be strengthened by the very stories that we share, should they encounter any kind of challenges that is similar to the one that we encountered in our lives. These stories become like gospel messages, like good news to their lives. In our time and age, keeping of information has evolved. It has evolved from telling stories by word of mouth from one person to another, or what we can call oral tradition. It has evolved to archiving. We are now making use of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on and so forth. We put this data on what we can call in the cloud. However, the stories that we put, be it on social media, still remain the same. They are about our personal experiences. Under today's theme, so that you can tell your children and grandchildren, it is critical as communicators, but as well as families, that we become accustomed to share with those who are close to us. What? To share our own experiences. We do not have to become old for us to come and share our past experiences. Otherwise, we will forget. For instance, it could be good to keep diaries, either online, we are talking about social media, or for those who are of yesteryear, you write something. In one way or another, we are keeping our stories. Sharing our past experiences with those who are close to us is also another way in which we can share our own experiences. I urge you to share your experiences, especially those of God's goodness, of what God has done in your life, to all those who are close to you. And in turn, believe you me, they will communicate those messages to the next generation. Happy Communications Day, and may the good Lord bless you.